Caffeine, always, morning and afternoon. Because I may or may not definitely judge books by their covers. Chef's kiss. Well, hello, my beautiful reader friends, and welcome back, or welcome for the first time if you are new here. My name is Lori Beth, and guess what time it is? It is monthly subscription box unboxing time, and I am so excited. I can't wait to open these boxes with you guys on camera today. And I was also going to show you just a couple of books that I have picked up recently from my local bookstore. So this is going to be kind of like a book haul slash unboxing video rolled into one, which is super fun to do. I just really like the covers of the books that I've gotten recently. So I wanted to display them on camera again. And if you notice that the setup looks a little bit different, that's because it is. I have added an additional bookshelf to my YouTube studio slash library room. And a desk. So we're gonna try this out. A little bit different, a little bit new for me, but I think it is going to fare well for the unboxing setup. So without further ado, we are gonna go ahead and jump right in. So we are gonna start with my books that I have picked up recently from a local bookstore in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and that is The Pisces by Melissa Broder. I did display this in the July Hopefuls video as well, but I wanted to show it again because I just think that this cover is absolutely stunning. Get a little look-see at that. Like, look at that artwork. And just a brief synopsis of this book. This follows a main character who is an academic, it sounds like, and she breaks up with a longtime partner and going through this really hard breakup and trying to work on a thesis for her dissertation, she decides to go and stay at her sister's beach house for a while because her sister needs a pet sitter, and she uses this opportunity to kind of step away from her life, try to reset, and just focus on the academic side of her life. And in doing so, she seems to develop some sort of relationship with a creature from the ocean. That's all I really know about it. But I was very intrigued by that because I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's a man. I don't know if it's a creature. I don't know if it's a fish. I don't know if it's a merman, merperson. I don't know. But I'm really excited to read this. I know that Melissa Broder has kind of a little bit of like a controversial writing style where I think she's very in your face. I say think. I've read one book by her, which was Death Valley, and I absolutely loved it. But I think this is kind of really weird and very erotic forward in the storyline between this woman and this man fish creature thing. So I'm kind of curious to see where this one goes. But I just love the cover of it, and I think the colors are stunning, so wanted to show it on camera one more time. And next up is Kairos by Jenny Erpenbeck. I also thought this cover was absolutely stunning. Beautiful artwork, and wanted to show it here again as well. I have never read anything by this author before, but I was so intrigued by the synopsis on the back of this book, and from what it has told me is we will be following a couple in the late 1980s in Germany, and they happen to live on both sides. Well, one lives on one side of the Berlin Wall and the other one lives on the other side. So this kind of brings a lot to the table as far as love, relationships, political unrest. 1980s Germany with the Berlin Wall is very, very tumultuous time in history, and kind of like how that plays a part into what was happening with people at the time, and especially a couple that has a very sordid love affair, I believe, and living on two different sides of said wall. Again, I was very intrigued by the synopsis, but also pulled in by the cover of this book, which was another reason I grabbed it, because I may or may not definitely judge books by their covers, and this one was just calling to me, so I definitely adopted it, and it came home with me that day. And next is Penance by Eliza Clark. I have also never read anything by Eliza Clark either, but once again, drawn in by this cover. I don't know why, I just really liked it. I liked the colors. I liked the kind of Polaroid shot on the front. I don't know. Again, do I judge books by their covers? Absolutely. And I don't really feel that bad about it. And of course, also drawn in by the synopsis of this story. So we follow a true crime journalist slash author who has had some decent success in his career and then also had some setbacks in his career as well with what he has produced as far as books and research on the true crime circuit, I suppose. And he finally decides to pick up another case, research it, and try to write one more popular book. Along the way, you kind of start to learn about this story that he's covering, and we follow a couple of teen girls on the coastline in England and this tragic true crime story that occurs in this small town. And I don't know, I was just very kind of intrigued by it because I think there's a lot going on in the book. Our obsession with true crime and what that has done to younger generations, and our obsession with true crime and what that has done for people and being able to kind of make it lucrative and make a living off of it. I have heard that Eliza Clark is a chef's kiss phenomenal writer, so I am so excited to see what this book brings and if I really end up liking her writing or not, because I know she has another very popular book. So if I love this, I think I'm going to just immediately run and grab her other one as well. Okay, that's done. Now for the moment everybody loves, I love. I say everybody, and really what I mean is me, but that is get into our monthly subscription box unboxings for the month of June. Also, no, correction. I forgot I was going to do this now because of switching up my subscriptions for what I receive monthly. So I have the Owlcrate Adult, I have the Fairyloot Young Adult and Adult. So I have a dual subscription, and I have recently started receiving Book of the Month books. My Fairyloot and Owlcrate are always going to be a month behind just because of when they ship. My Book of the Month is current. So I keep saying June. Book of the Month will be July for this video. Fairyloot is going to be June, and only Fairyloot because I did decide to skip my Owlcrate for the month of June. So only thing I got from the UK this go around was my Fairyloot dual subscription box, but we will get there. So with that being said, let's get started. All right, so I think we are going to start with Book of the Month because it's a little more simple with it just being one book instead of two. So we will save the other box for last. And let's crack right in. You know, I talk about the boxes every single time. And now that I'm getting the Book of the Month boxes, I'm obsessed because, again, it's such a recognizable box that I have actually seen them sitting in people's mailboxes before, or like people's front porches, and I've been like, I see you. I see that you are a bookish nerd just like me. What book did you pick for this month? I really want to know. Let's go ahead and crack this open. I'm a little more nervous doing this like on my desk now because, as I've always been, slightly leery of using a sharp object on camera. Nothing has changed there. So that was slightly more challenging in this setup, but it's fine. Nothing bad happened. I do like this though. I like being able to have my little box right next to me. All right, let's get into this book. Ooh, she's chonky. So the book that I decided to get for the month of July for a Book of the Month, The God of the Woods by Liz Moore. Look at how cool this cover is. And per usual, the Book of the Month emblem on the side. Beautiful, beautiful. As I've talked about previously with Book of the Month, is just a little bit different than what you are getting in some of the more fantasy-based subscription boxes. These are brand new and sometimes early release hardcover copies at a controlled price from Book of the Month. So you will always be getting a hardcover copy from them. They just don't always have like the bells and whistles of some of the larger fantasy subscription boxes. So like the sprayed edges, the author notes sewn in, very foiled, very different artwork. They are very clean, very simple, and that is one of the reasons I love them also. And just the fact that you get them at a controlled price, which is why I decided to go with Book of the Month, because as I've talked about in some of my recent videos, I have very much gone into this contemporary fiction era of reading, and I go to the bookstore quite often, and it is not above me to spend $30 US on a brand new hardcover. So I was like, what can I do to help supplement the fact that I have to buy books constantly? I will finally start getting book of the month because I will be able to have my pick of some very popular, very new books at a very controlled price, which is why we went with this story for this month. I'm just going to quickly read you the synopsis of this one. Did you hear that? Do we love that sound? The crack of the spine. Oof. It's beautiful. But I wanted to read you the synopsis of this because I don't want to butcher anything. When a teenager vanishes from her Adirondack summer camp, two worlds collide. Early morning, August 1975, a camp counselor discovers an empty bunk. Its occupant, Barbara Van Laar, has gone missing. Barbara isn't just any 13-year-old. She's the daughter of the family that owns the summer camp and employs most of the region's residents. And this isn't the first time a Van Laar child has disappeared. Barbara's older brother similarly vanished 14 years ago, never to be found. As a panicked search begins, a thrilling drama unfolds. Chasing down the layered mysteries of the Van Laar family and the blue-collar community living and working in its shadow, Moore's multi-threaded story invites readers into a rich and gripping dynasty of secrets. Liz Moore's most ambitious and wide-reaching novel yet, The God of the Woods, is a story of inheritance and second chances, the tensions between a family and a community, and a history that will not let any of them go. Does that not just sound gripping? Also, I loved the sound of this because of the setting. This whole summer camp, disappearance, family secrets, kind of drama circle just really drew me in. And it's been a while since I've read something that's been kind of like gripping in the sense of like a family drama, almost like on the edge of a mystery thriller, which I think is why I was kind of intrigued by Eliza Clark's book as well. I've been kind of like craving that like intensity of a book like that. And I have also heard nothing but good things on this book. It has very high ratings so far on Goodreads, and I'm really, really excited to get to it. So I will try to get to it, I mean, probably not in the month of July, but I would say early August, because again, I want to like sit in that setting. I want to absorb it while it's summertime. I want to pretend like maybe I'm at a creepy summer camp and something diabolical is about to happen, which I don't know what that says about me, but you know what? I'm really excited about this. So, book of the month for July. We're going to take a quick hydration break. Okay, you guys. Oh, snap. She that thick girl. You know her. You love her. It is our Fairyloot dual subscription box.
And I am so excited to open this.
Oh, it's going to be so, so good. Okay, so per usual, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to open this box, but as you know from previous unboxing videos, these Fairyloot and Owl Crate boxes have a little bit more involved, and they usually have a theme behind them. So I am going to pull out the theme cards to each book, read you the theme and the synopsis of each book for the month of June. Here we go. Ooh, that was slightly better. Okay, we'll see if that worked. We got it, folks. Don't worry. I don't know what book is on top. As I've also said in the past, these are always sight unseen. I haven't looked at these books. I have seen spoilers of them online because, as I've talked about with these subscription boxes, depending on which ones you have, you are allowed a certain amount of skips per year. And I always like to try and keep track of what they have chosen as their book of the month and whether or not I'm really going to enjoy that one or not, which is why I skipped Owl Crate. I can't tell you what Owl Crates is, but I looked at Owl Crates. I was like, I don't know that I would really love that book, and what's the point of spending the money? Like, I will go and buy something that I know for sure that I am going to read, as opposed to just getting another pretty book. And although I love them, because I do love them, it's just, you know, I have to make choices just like the rest of us do where I spend my money. With that being said, I always look at spoilers because I like to just keep track of what's coming out, whether or not I'm going to utilize it, and how many times I've skipped with that particular subscription box. So we are going to go ahead and grab our first book. Per usual, our beautiful protective bag that the book comes in, which I absolutely love. Can't get over how much of like a nice little touch that is. I've gotten a lot of books shipped, and it is very important to me that they take such time and care to ship their books so well. I love to order from a lot of places overseas just because I sometimes like European covers more than US covers, and I've had to get discounts or coupon codes or exchange books because of them being damaged in the post, and that's kind of a bummer. So That's a long-winded way of me saying I love that Fairyloot takes such pristine care of their books. So the June 2024 adult theme, so this is the adult book in this bag, is Demons and Deities. Ooh, that's a pretty card. Look at the colors. Beautiful. The book in this bag is The God in the Gummy Hoe by Sophie Kim. Our featured book of the month is a story of a meddlesome nine-tailed fox who must team up with a handsome exiled trickster god to chase down a powerful demon that has escaped from the underworld, all whilst keeping her true identity under wraps. Your Fairyloot exclusive edition has an exclusive cover, artwork on the reverse of the dust jacket. You know I love a reversible dust jacket. A foil design on the hardcover, digitally sprayed edge with a solid top and bottom edges, character artwork on the end papers with a foil design, bonus content, and an author letter bound into the book with a digital signature. Let's go ahead and pull this baby out of her slumber. Excited about this one. I'm really excited about this story. Fairyloot didn't have to flex so hard. Look at that beauty. Oh my gosh. Here's the spine. And one of my favorite parts. Look at those sprayed edges. That is stunning. Solid edges on the bottom and top. That is beautiful. These colors are gorgeous. I was so intrigued by this story for so many reasons. The synopsis on the back was quite short, and I did talk about this in my July hopefuls because I was really hoping to get to this in the month of July, which I think I'll still have time to do. But this sounded so fun and, again, kind of adventure thrilling. I think I'm finding myself being drawn more towards adventure type books or thriller type books, something that's going to get me pumped and excited. I also love the fact that there's kind of like this coffee shop involved with almost like a retired something or other at this coffee shop. Two people kind of befriending each other to kind of inadvertently screw the other one over in the end, but then maybe developing feelings for each other. You know how that happens. But anyways, I thought it sounded so fun and, again, kind of exciting. Okay. Ooh, okay. I'm getting ahead of myself. So let's go ahead and take the cover off, since it does have a reversible. We already talked about it. Oh my God. This is so cute. Look at those beautiful people. You know, we love some beautiful book people. Oh, stunning, stunning. Look at the foxtail. Can you see it? It's so cute. The book itself, oh my gosh. How funny. Look at this foiled cover. I don't know if you can see this on camera. It's going to be hard to see, but on the coffee cup, there's a nine-tailed fox. How cute is that? Front and back. And for the end papers, I always love the end papers because they're always so... Oh my God. They are so cute. These colors? Get out of here. This might be up there with one of the most beautiful editions I have now. Man, every month, it's becoming such a close race between some of these books. I'm telling you what, they never get old to look at. And I am constantly impressed with what they can come up with. These artists are so truly talented. And as I've talked about before with the subscription boxes and choosing them, from the history of what Fairyloot has always chosen for their books, I tend to really enjoy their picks, which is another reason I wanted them very specifically. Along with Owl Crate, this is actually the first time I've skipped an Owl Crate box, so it feels quite weird not to have it in my pile. She's like my tried and true. She's the one I've had from the get-go, so it does feel weird, but I really, really have always seemed to have enjoyed the picks by Fairyloot. And when I was able to get on the subscription, I knew I was going to thoroughly enjoy it just because their books are so stunning. And the artists that they have work on these books, they're so talented. Set that one aside. Okay, well, that means we only have one more book to go over. Kind of sad, but it should be just as beautiful, if not more beautiful, than the last one we went over, which I don't know. Why do I say that? They're probably equally as beautiful. Again, we have our beautiful book bag. Let's try to find our card. So we know this is going to be the young adult one. Oh my god, this is so cute. So the June 2024 young adult theme is Decadent Desires, and the book is The Darkness Within Us by Trisha Levenseller. It's our character card. Look how cute. Another theme that I was really enjoying recently is kind of like the cottagecore summer vibes. Like, I love the idea of like a cozy cottage in the summer with wildflowers and drinking tea and stuff like that. And I think that this book was also giving me those vibes. And it was another reason I wanted it. But synopsis of this story. In this opulent tale of cunning and splendor, our ambitious main character is just one step away from obtaining her wildest dreams of wealth and power, but how far will she go to obtain her desires? Your Fairyloot exclusive edition has an exclusive cover colorway, a foil design on the hardcover, and a reversible dust jacket, end papers with foil, digitally sprayed edge with solid top and bottom edges, bonus content, and an author letter bound into the book with a digital signature. Let's go ahead, crack this bad boy open, take her out of her bag. Oh my gosh. So pretty. So, so pretty. I love it. I love this combination of like a very pale purple with a dark purple and the foil on the cover that just makes it all kind of pop. I love that. Our spine. And then our beautiful sprayed edges. I just don't get tired of flowers. I love me some flowers, I'm telling you what. Okay, let's go ahead and check out this reversible dust jacket. I love getting a peek at this before you guys do. Okay. How beautiful! Look at those colors! Look at these people. God, this is like very Beauty and the Beast reminiscent. I love that. Also, kind of obsessed with chrysanthemums, and this is definitely giving that vibe. So, don't hate that. Oh, so pretty. Oh my gosh. This is why I should probably read things before I speak out loud. A clever and deadly heroine who is just as much a beauty as a beast. Beauty and the Beast. Huh. There you go. So I like Beauty Beast vibes. There it is, right on the back of the book. I also kind of just Hi. I also kind of know that this book is a little bit of, I don't know if it's like a love triangle or a family drama triangle. It sounds like it maybe follows someone who is a princess or queen and her husband passes away. She's ready to inherit everything and kind of take over as ruler. But then it sounds like family kind of starts to get involved, as in someone is going to come in and try to stop her from claiming what she thinks is rightfully hers. So I liked the idea of this kind of castle-y drama thing. Again, I don't know, I'm just so drawn to these dramas right now and I don't know why. But it looks beautiful. Love the dust jacket. Oh gosh. Look at that, it's so beautiful. I talk so much about foil as well. And I also just love some of these matte covers that I get too. Like, don't sleep on the matte covers because they are just equally as stunning. I love this purple again with the dark and the change. Oh my gosh. Let's check out these end papers. Look at these guys. I love them already so much. Ooh. Does he have pointy teeth? Why does he have pointy teeth in this picture? be more to the story that I don't know yet? Probably. I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, more chrysanthemums. Love it. And look at the foil on these end pages as well. Like how stunning. Oh, it's so beautiful. Okay, really excited for this one. I feel like I've been kind of down and out with YA fantasy for the last couple of months. Nothing has really like just hit home in YA fantasy. And I don't know why, because it has always been one of my go-tos. Like if I feel like I'm slumping, a slump is coming on, I would always try to find a YA fantasy to read. It would just like pull me into a fun, like lower stakes, easier ride than something more in depth than like an adult fantasy. But I have a really good feeling about this one. I think this is going to bring me back into that young adult fantasy world and just leave me with a smile on my face. All right, let's go ahead and get this beauty back. Well, there you have it, my friends. That is all of the books that I got in my subscription boxes for the month of June from Fairyloot and the Book of the Month book from the month of July. Also, a small little book haul from Schuler bookstores in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Check them out if you are local. I promise you will not be sorry. Beautiful, beautiful selection there. But that was such a fun unboxing to do. These Fairyloot books are out of this world. Like some of the most beautiful I have gotten so far from Fairyloot, and I feel so good and excited about the themes from the month of June, and I can't wait to dig into these. I am really intrigued by this YA one. Again, I think that this is going to bring me back into that YA genre and just leave me feeling very happy and very satisfied, so I can't wait to get to that one and hopefully include that in a wrap-up video sometime soon. With that being said, I would love to know if you belong to any subscription services, what those are. Drop that in a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on subscription services as well. And if you liked this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button because it always helps a girl out. If you would like to make sure you don't miss any of my other upcoming videos, like my monthly wrap-ups or these unboxings that I do on a monthly basis, go ahead and hit that subscribe button too. As always, it has been an absolute blast, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next one.